You're listening to now 92.1 FM, and we have in the studio Mauston's very own Bree Morgan.
Good morning, you guys.
All right, how are you doing today, Bree?
Pretty good. I wasn't late, so that's always a plus.
I know, it's always fun to beat Kent to work, isn't it?
Oh yeah. It was funny. Kent congratulated me on beating him to the studio for the one and only time it'll probably ever happen.
So, little background, you used to work for the studio?
I did. I worked for WRJC, Mr. Jim Murphy himself, for about almost a year. I worked here for almost a year. So before I decided to pack my bags and move to a little bit.
We'll go with loosely call it work.
I loosely worked for Jim. No, I did. I worked hard.
We missed you.
I worked hard. I just could never get here by 8 o'clock. Jim had to have a stern talking with me one time, and I was like, Jim, you can stern talk to me all you want. I cannot get here by 8 o'clock. So I was always here before like 8:20. So I mean.
And then it took me coming to the studio for you to be on time.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, you guys, Josh is here this morning. I gotta get there on time. I had to set a good precedent for you. You didn't know I was always late, so like you're like, wow, she's like early, like this.
Well, actually, I was warned. So.
Oh, just so you know, Bree might not get here until like 7:45.
But that's okay because WRJC, we're just gonna take credit, and we launched your career.
I mean, you guys helped. Honestly, you guys did help so much. Working in radio has actually helped me quite a bit. I mean, marketing skill-wise, I mean, I was a salesperson for 2 years, a newspaper prior, and then working for the station. And so, I mean, you guys can take a little credit. That's super fine. Also super awesome that Jim showed me this morning that you guys put my newest song, Little Black Dress, in your rotation. That's so cool. It makes my heart so happy.
Yes, we did. And it makes us happy, too, because we love local talent, and you are definitely local talent. So tell us a little bit about, yourself, how you got into the music side of it, and, really what actually launched your career and got you to where you are today.
Well, I mean, I guess, oh gosh, my music career started about 6 years ago now, and I actually just started playing guitar about 6 years ago, and I'd always loved to sing, but when I started playing guitar, I started writing, and an old drummer friend of mine, he was like, you need to come out to my band's open jam next Sunday. He's like, we're playing Saturday night, come out on Sunday, play some, play your, and I was like, I don't want to. I was like, I don't play my songs out, and he was like, well, you need to, and so he invited me out, and I got there, and I had forgotten, like, my capo for my guitar, and I'd forgotten picks, and, like, it was just awful. So obviously the band all, hooked me up, and I did my songs, and he was like, he came up to me, and he's like, Bree, you need to do this live. Like, you need to do this. Like, so his name is Don Chambers, and he's actually no longer with us. He helped me put my entire first band together, and he had to quit drumming for me because his cancer came back, and he passed away about a year and a half later. So it was really hard. I still think about him all the time. I still do the song that he sang in the band. I do it every single solo show that I have. And he really, honestly, is the entire reason that I'm a live musician. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm sure sometime down the road I would have, started playing out. It's just I love it. I mean, now I love it, but he's the entire reason I'm a live musician. He invited me to that open mic, and ever since then, I've ran my own bands. I've been a part of big bands. I'm now running my own large 6-piece country band called Bree Morgan Reloaded, which is an entire like concert style type band. Like, you could put us in the middle of a field, and we can build you a stage. So, like, it's huge. It's huge, and it's crazy to see where I've gone from the little, like, I'll say little girl, I was 18, but like the young kid, I know you're looking at me like, oh yeah, young, okay. The young kid in me of 18 to like now I'm 24, I'll be 25 next month, and seeing where I went from like, oh no, I can't play my songs out for people, like I don't want to play my originals for people, and now I'm like, look up Spotify, like I'm on Spotify with my my originals and my new songs, and so it just kind of progressed. I just was a part of all different kinds of bands and playing all different kinds of music, and now here I am.
All right, excellent. And I know you got some shows coming up.
Yeah.
One is tonight
Yep.
at Pizza Pub.
Pizza Pub in the Dells, Giada's, whatever you want to call it. I think they're trying to rename it, but they haven't. They're doing the switch over of renaming it still. But so Pizza Pub right next to B-Lux in the Dells. I'm there tonight from 6 to 9.
Excellent. Any other shows this weekend?
I'm actually headed north, farther north, all the way to Holcomb and Osseo. Saturday I'm in Holcomb at the East Bay Lodge, and Sunday I'm at Northwood Brew Pub. I believe that's called Brew Pub at the end. It's not brewery. Northwood's Brew Pub in Osseo. So I'll be up north for the weekend. And then Monday I'm actually singing the national anthem for the Beloit Snappers, which is like minor league baseball, down back in Beloit, back towards home now. So
Yeah, that's still exciting.
yeah.
And to me, minor league is better than Major League Baseball.
Oh, really?
I love it. So just I just want to throw that pressure on you a little bit now. So.
I'm excited. I haven't been able to sing the national anthem in a while. I travel so much and I have so many gigs and I'm so busy that whenever I get the call to do it, usually it's like on like a weekend evening, and I'm like, oh, I'm like out of town, or I'm already booked, So I'm pretty excited. I love singing the national anthem. It's a great honor when I get asked to sing that.
All right, excellent. And if you're just tuning in, you're listening to the voice, not mine, but Bree Morgan. She is joining me this morning. We're talking about, her new music that's coming out. Before we jump to that, it is getting pretty. All right, we are back with Bree Morgan. How are we doing again?
Good. Good morning, you guys. If you're just tuning in, thank you so much for tuning in to 92.1 FM WRJC. We appreciate it.
All right, yeah. You are a busy girl this summer.
I'm so busy. I'm at about 5 to 6 gigs a week, which is insane to me. I'm super grateful, though. Super grateful. I never thought, like when you're a kid and you're like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I wanted to be a rock star. I don't want to be a rock star anymore. Like, not a rock star, maybe like, a pretty good country artist, but you never think you'll get to do what you want to do as a kid. When you grow up, you always think, oh, I'm going to have to get this job that, at least when I was like 17, 18, I was like, oh, I'm going to have to get all these jobs that I don't like and do this and go to college. And not that you shouldn't go to college. I did go for a year. I went for a year. I actually really liked college, but it just wasn't for me. And it's really cool to be able to do this for a living. I've been doing this for a living now for about a year and 4 months. This is my full-time job. This is all I do.
Excellent. And you get to bless us by coming into the studio
Yeah.
this morning. So we appreciate that as well. Before we get to your new song, do you have something that you might be able to play for our listeners this morning?
Yeah, so I have a couple of different originals on Spotify and iTunes, Amazon, and all that good stuff. And I usually play my Don't Need Your Memory song. But I think that this morning I'm going to play one of my other ones that I have online. And it's called Ready for Goodbye. I hope you guys like it. It's basically just about a breakup that was okay for both of us.
Okay.
And you're just both ready to, walk away, and it's not a mad thing. It's just sad, and life's ready to move on. So I hope you guys like it. It's called Ready for Goodbye. Don't know when it happened. I just decided one day I was never gonna be happy living this way. It took me weeks to break the news, but I could see it in your eyes when I started talking to you. You ready for goodbye? I could see it in your eyes. They were crying just like mine. Oh, you ready for goodbye? why it had to be me. Why I had to take a stand and bring you to your knees. I like to think it's 'cause I loved you more. Why I had to be the one to walk out the door. You ready for goodbye? I could see it in your eyes. They were crying just like mine. Oh, you ready for goodbye? Oh, I hope you're doing fine. I still miss you like crazy, and I think about you all the time. But I was ready for goodbye. You could see it in my eyes. I'll never think of you as wasted time. No, but I was ready for goodbye. Thank you. Thank you for having me in, you guys. I appreciate it.
Oh, not a
lot.
problem. It's our pleasure. And if you just tuned in and you heard that,
Excuse me.
that is Mauston's own Bree Morgan. One of the main reasons that you came in is your new song,
Yeah.
Little Black Dress.
Yeah.
And I know that you told me a little bit about the last song. It was kind of a mutual breakup song.
Mhm.
How did you come up with Little Black Dress?
So Little Black Dress is actually the first song that I have put out that I have not written. I have a very good friend whose name is Melissa Childers. You can find her on Facebook as well. She's a musician friend of mine. She's an amazing songwriter. And I, with how busy and how much traveling I do, I still write. I'm still writing songs. I plan on releasing an EP hopefully next spring. Working on getting all that put together. But I messaged her and I was like, girl, you write all these amazing songs, but she doesn't play out a lot. She's just not quite into hitting the pavement like as I am. I love traveling and stuff. So I asked her, I was like, what do you think about partnering with me? What do you think about, like they do in Nashville? Literally songwriters, artists work with songwriters or hire songwriters for their songs, and then they go and they perform them and they hit the pavement and they do the tours and the songwriters get their songs out there. And she was like, I actually really like that idea. So she wrote Little Black Dress, but I can tell, she's like, Bree, when she gave me the song, I listened to it, I was like, Melissa, this is my song. And she's like, I know, that's why I gave it to you, like, it's so you. So Little Black Dress is sassy and fierce and I'm gonna, do me and gonna go out and have some fun and, stuff happens and I'm just gonna put on my little black dress and go out with the girls and have a great time. So I hope you guys love it. Love it, love it. It's on Spotify and we're actually gonna play it for you right now.